back in Shadowrun Dragonfall with the continuing adventures of Stealth, the Elf Rigger. So we're going to go over to Ye Olde Coffee Shop. We're going to have a conversation with... Well, part of me wants to have a conversation with Kami, but we're just going to go over here to the cafe real quick. There's someone with a bit of a deal for Herr Stealth. I do believe it's Luca Dur. However you pronounce that. I believe he is the operative from the Stalkenritter. So you're Stealth, huh? The late Monica Schaefer's replacement. He looks you up and down, then nods. Good, you look the part. Let me get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future, but first, we're asking you to go on a trial run. An audition of sorts to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way or expose yourself to much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you will be rewarded handsomely, and there will be a bonus if you finish them all. Intriguing. So, have I piqued your interest? Will you accept our offer? Who do you work for? How did you know where to find me? What does this audition pay? I can offer you 1,500 new yen, but only if you complete the full audition, the run, and post-run interview to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectations, you will receive no pay and no further offers of work. That isn't much. It's an audition. The purpose of this trial is for you to prove your worth to us, not the other way around. Of course, you're free to decline if you wish, but know that there are hundreds of runners in Berlin who would kill for the opportunity to work for us. I hate when people always do that, because usually when someone says something like that, they're talking about 100 people who do not have the skills that you have. I've had someone use that on me before in actual real life, and I was like, okay, sure, and then they turned out not to be the greatest of people to do business with. We came to you because we think that we see a glimmer of potential. If you prove us wrong, we will happily take our offer elsewhere. Okay. Sure, I'm in. Good, he smiles. Very good. Now on to the task at hand. There's a man named Al-Shir. He is a senior manager at Hermes Eurocom, and a respected figure in his community. My organization also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. Interesting. These people are actively working to undermine the Flux state and pave the way for corporate-controlled Berlin. My organization has no more desire to see Berlin fall to the corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Keep talking. You will meet with a team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance, you will plant surveillance devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurter Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Hang on a second, I already have a team. You do, yes. But they are unsuitable for this job. Remember, this is a test of your abilities, not Eiger's or Glory's or Dietrich's. And he knows their names. Oof. If it's that important to you, I'll work with your team. Very good. The moment that you board the train to Frankfurter Tor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. After you have planted the devices and verify that they work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview post-mortem on the run? Okay, if you like, and assuming that I'm satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend. Then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, Stealth. We will be watching. That is... Type in the comments right now if you think that that's a little freaky. So we'll talk to Kami another time. We should be able to get whatever it is out of her at some point in time. I do kind of wonder how she is on conversation. What's going on? Let's see. Need some tech. I'm on a tight schedule. What you got? Drones. We have fairly decent drones. Although the steel links... Ooh. There's something with medkits and concussion grenades. The steel links looks nice, but I think we'll keep what we have now. Industrial jumpsuit. We got the golden boy coming out. I think we'll keep what we have now. The +1 to intelligence and +1 to drone combat actually sounds fantastic, but we'll keep what we have for now. I think we'll be alright. And we'll see what is going on. Alright. Just making sure everything's working appropriately. I've had some interesting stream experiences. Now, we do need to go talk to a woman as well. Let's knock that out of the park right now. So many missions, so many things to do! And Stealth is, of course, ready to tackle all of his challenges. Alright, Frau Muller. Set against the frozen cobblestones of the empty park, Frau Muller looks entirely out of place. She suppresses a shiver and hugs herself for warmth. She appears as Amzel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Aztlaner descent. With coffee-colored skin and dark wavy hair, everything about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. Ooh. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates, only slightly before speaking. Stealth, I presume. Herr Amzel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said that you had a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment, then nods. Yes, I do. In truth, I'm in desperate need of your help. Interesting. She offers you a small smile, and assumed name, obviously. But I have been told that this is how you people do business. She straightens in her seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away as she sighs. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I am an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. I'm afraid that I haven't. Care to fill me in? You tell me. I'm not in the business of guessing. Azet Technology, the only Aztlan-based corporation operating in Germany. I've been with the company for over a decade. Over the course of my employment, I've worked on a great many projects. From the innocuous to the obscene, my hands have touched it all. Whoa. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. They must love you there. Yeah, keep talking. Go on, please. Last month, I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin, and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail that I was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. And that doesn't sound good. No, it does not. She looks you in the eye, and for the first time, you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down, this woman is terrified. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Stealth. In Tenochtitlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. Blood magic essentially is sacrificing people in lieu of essence. Cut somebody, go deep into the essence, and then use your power. You could use that on yourself, or, you could just string up a... Actually, she explains it. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as cattle. Street children are rounded up and led like lambs. I witnessed all these things by the age of 12. Good lord. Yeah. So if they round them up, bleed them out, then they can do some crazy blood magic rituals. That's crazy to even imagine seeing that by the age of 12. Jeez. She takes a deep breath and then lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb. But what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Stealth, and it must be stopped. Tell me everything you know about Bloodline. She shakes her head. The less you know, the better, for both of us. You just have to trust me on that, okay? You need only know that it is evil, and that is not a word that I use lightly. Evil's a childish term. There's no such thing as good and evil, black and white. Nah. Stealth wouldn't say that. If you won't tell me what Bloodline is, then how do you expect me to stop it? You have to understand, I can't accept a job without knowing what it entails. Of course not. Your job will be relatively simple. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages and scientists that are working to bring about this abomination, I want all of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. Oof! Her tone softens. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions. I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I've spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people. But I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, Stealth, is there anything more that you need to hear from me? Or are you ready to make a decision? Paul Amzell is my representative in these matters. Why couldn't you tell all of this to him? I had to meet you in person, to look into your eyes and see the man behind the name. Now that I've done so, I'm sure you are the one that I need. I like that, naturally. I will send any further information about the job to Herr Amzell, provided, of course, that you accept. What about the innocent people in the building? None of us are innocent, Stealth. But if you need to solve your conscience, rest assured that at the hour of your approach, the only personnel authorized to be on the site will be the security and senior members of the research team, and I assure you, neither are innocent in this matter. If the Bloodline project reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. Whoa. I'm not a demolitions expert. How do you expect me to level the building? You don't need to be. All that you need is a competent decker. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down. But I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. What can you tell me about the building security? Expected to be tight. In addition to their standard security team, as the technology has taken out a knight-errant high-threat response team. Oh, that's not good. Contracted to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication as to the uniqueness of this project. I'm certain. Let's talk about compensation. 36,000 new yen, as I told your Herr Amzell. That's what I've allocated for the job. So, no more, no less. That's fair. It's better than fair. I've done my homework, Stealth. I've reached a decision. I won't blow up an entire building full of people on the such vague information. I'm sorry, but you'll have to find. No, we got it. Her face visibly brightens. In that case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Stealth. Thank you for helping me to bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Amzell. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway. I'm sure. You're a good man, Stealth. You are saving more lives than you know. Okay, that's scary, because we're in the blood magic territory, and we're in the Aztlan territory. So Aztlan is very interesting when it comes to their position in the world of Shadowrun, and also, so we'll talk to him another day. Like there's so many missions. So anyhow, there's such a thing as the quote-unquote corporate council. So, of course, the governments run the natural goings-on that happen in specific areas, but also corporate areas have what are called corporations have what are called arcologies. It's basically a giant factory where people also live and shop and do a bunch of other stuff. Sometimes they'll take a train or cab or whatever, like a U-Bahn, maybe an underground something, and then make it into the rest of the city. But those areas are like locked down and controlled by the corporate courts. So if a Shadowrunner goes in there and they expect some type of fair trial after getting caught, they're not going to get it because that whole area, it's like martial law of the corporation in there at that point, which is really intriguing to me. Yeah, let's meet Luca Durr's team. So I've always avoided the Stalking Rider because I just don't like them. So we're going to go in here and we're going to see what's up. I've never done this before, so this is going to be kind of crazy. I don't know what this team entails. I don't know what's up with them, but this is sure to be intriguing. And I don't know, maybe somebody could hit me in the comments. At some point in time, this vast corporate court, because if the corporations didn't have some form of corporate court to deal out punishments and yada yada, then they'd be in this weird position where just wars may get fought over very, well, not small things, but you get what I'm saying. And I think An Aztlaner tried to do something crazy one time, and it blew up in their faces. So hit me up in the comments. As the U-Bahn hums toward the Frankenfutter, Tor, you tug idly at the fabric of your maintenance uniform. You found it in a duffel bag on your seat when you boarded, along with a note from Durr to put it on before your arrival. The moment you step off this train, the note said, your trial run begins. You are to rendezvous with the rest of your team, reconnoiter, the building, and plant the specified devices in Al-Shire's suite. Beyond that, your approach will be left to you. Do not disappoint us. You are being watched. I don't like shadow organizations either. Like, there's something that bugs me about shadow organizations in RPG games. Well, just shadow organizations in general. Because anyone could be a part of it. For all we know, Amzel's a member of Stalking Rider. And that's how we got this trial map. Oh! As you emerge from the dingy confines of the U-Bahn terminal and step into the light of day, you find yourself confronted by a wall of muscle and a knight-errant uniform. You're with maintenance. It isn't a question. He stands impassively waiting for a response. No, I'm a Shadowrunner here for a job. No, yes sir. Have you seen any other maintenance guys around here? Yeah, they've been trickling in over the last 15 minutes or so. I've already done a security check on your entire crew, everything checked out. So you're good to head it on into the building whenever you want. Efficient operation you're running here. It's almost as if you're expecting someone. Thank you for your time. Have a good one. Intriguing. So let's see what the rest of this team looks like. There's a dwarf. A young dwarf looks up at you, wide-eyed with apprehension. From the way that she's fidgeting, you can tell that she's terrified. She bites her lower lip, eyes darting from side to side. Finally, she takes a step towards you. Hello, are you Mr. Stealth? I take it you're on my maintenance crew. Yeah, my name is Jana. She tries on a smile. It falls away almost immediately. So here's the question. Is this woman an actor? Like, is she playing the part of someone possibly on her first Shadowrun? Or is she not and they've sent me with a bunch of newbies? Because I swear, if somebody's trigger happy, they're getting shot. Good to meet you, Jana. Are the others still on their way? No, they, sort of jumped the gun a little. They're already inside. Let me get this straight. They charged on into the building, and you didn't do anything to stop them? Well, she's new. The other two are... Oh, this isn't good. Well, I guess I can't fault their enthusiasm? Yes, you can. Great, that's just great. The dwarf wrings her hands, I'm sorry, I told them to wait, but they didn't listen. They just muscled on past me and waltzed through the front door. Wonderful, we've got a job to do and half the team goes running off before I even get here. Alright, calm down. I see that you have a toolbox. Do you have something stashed in there for the room? Well, in a manner of speaking, she opens the box and shows you its contents, back to the brim with an assortment of hand tools. I'm not like you, not like the others. You should probably know. No. Is she a technomancer? Then what are you like? A normal person with a boyfriend and a cat and a shitty apartment. I'm not a career criminal is what I'm saying. I'm just an electrician. So they hired an electrician because she'd be needed. If you're not a Shadowrunner, what are you doing on this crew? Why the hell did our employers saddle me with you then? Her face flushes red. I'd rather not talk about it. Let's just say that someone did me a favor once, and that coming along on this thing is how I have to pay it back. That's not cool. Look, in the end, it doesn't matter. I have to be on this run, and you have to bring me along. It's what they want. I don't like they. Do you at least know how to defend yourself? Alright, fine. You come along, but stay out of the line of fire, you got me? Shadowrank's dangerous? Well, I'll get you through this safely, but I can't make any promises. She nods eagerly. Thank you. I really mean that. Yeah, well, you owe me. No problem. Now, you said that our teammates are inside. Are you sure about that? Yes, I watched them storm through the front doors of the building they were going to hit about 10 minutes ago. A lot can happen in 10 minutes. They'll still be on the first floor. Nobody's getting upstairs until I bypass the security locks on the elevator. That's why she's there. That's why I decided to wait for you out here. I figured that they couldn't get too far ahead of us if I didn't go inside with them. Good thinking. Thanks. I just hope that they don't screw things up in there. All that I want is to get this thing over with and get back home. Right there with you. Let's head inside. Yeah, okay, let's do it. I think our little dwarf friend is a little bit more than meets the eye. I'm wondering what the Stockenritter did for her to help her out like this. A mid-level corporate compound complete with living spaces on the upper levels. Okay. This isn't in arcology though. And the tales of Shadowrunners hitting arcologies are just legendary. As you step through the door, you find yourself confronted by a pair of men wearing the same kind of uniform that you are. Judging by their expressions, there is no love lost between the two. Hearing the door swing open? Oh god, no. These two don't like each other. This is bad news, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad news. Somebody's getting shot. James, the short of the two, a human with arcane symbols tastefully embossed into his belt, glares at you. You're here, finally. And you brought our little mouse of an electrician with you. Better late than never, but not much better. You're tardy enough as is. He jerks his thumb at the elf standing beside him. I'll leave it to you to keep our pack mule in line. Oh, Lord Jesus. The elf's lips curl into a snarl. Hanging from his back is a bulging pack that looks incredibly heavy. His broad shoulders sag under the weight of whatever's inside. He's dumb as a post, but he can lift heavy things. Might not be bad in a fight either. At the very least, he can soak up a few bullets for the rest of us. Staring daggers at the mage, he spits out a long string of foreign words in a single susurrant breath. The sound of it is lovely, but his expression leaves little doubt that the message behind the words is an ugly one. Is he Irish, maybe? Or Italian elf? Well, I'm thinking Irish elf because of the elves took over Ireland. It happened. Or at least a large portion of Ireland. Oh, and I hope that you can speak Spurthiel? He shakes his head in disgust. Damn useless immigrants. Oh, that's not cool. So I'm assuming that's an elvish language. Watch it, in case you haven't noticed I'm an elf too. Yeah, it's an elf thing. Do us a favor and keep your opinions to yourself. Did I hear you right? Did you say that I was tardy? I mean, what are you going to do? Send me to detention? Let's just keep your opinions to yourself. The corner of his mouth lifts into an ugly smirk. You may be the leader of this team, but I'll speak my mind whenever I please. Get used to it. Oh, we got those contests. Oh, and by the way, think you could have gotten here any later, pal? I've got an important meeting to get to, and if I'm late, shit is going to hit the... This isn't getting us to your meeting any faster. He flashes a hateful glance at the dwarf, then turns his attention back to you. No, it isn't. So let's get to the penthouse and plant the cameras. I'll mask them against detection, and then we can all go our separate ways. The elf mutters something under his breath and hitches the bulky pack up a little higher on his back. His muscles bulge under the strain of it. Are you sure that our friend here only speaks Berthiel? Looks like you drew the short straw on the team assignments, friend. Okay, to my immense disappointment, yes, a Tirani dialect, by the sound of it. Yeah, the Tir I do believe is in Ireland. I might be wrong on that. I wish that he'd do us all a favor and go back. Oh, this is a racial elf. Can you understand me all? Oh, snap! Hey! The elf's dialect is completely foreign. It's quite unlike the norm of Spirthiel, spoken by the elves of the Tir-na-Nog. You only managed to catch a few words. You terrible insolence is threatening. See? If at all. Mutter under your breath. So Lucas sent me in here with a civilian. An asshole and a guy who doesn't speak German. Wonderful. Look, just be calm, my friend. Your words don't seem to have much impact. The elf scowl deepens. Now that we're all together, let's discuss our approach. Anyone know how we're supposed to get into Alshir's penthouse? I do. If you can get me to a building access panel that's on the same circuit as the penthouse, I should be able to put its security system into maintenance mode. The job will take some creative rewiring, well, that and whatever's in the pack that the elf is carrying. Our employer gave me the schematics. Cool. And do you know where we'll find that access panel, Mouse? Quit calling me that. She takes a moment to calm herself. And yes, I do. There's an access panel in one of the mid-range apartments on the same floor. My contact gave me a key code that should get us in. You've said should twice already. That makes me feel uneasy. Well, there's nothing that I can do about it. It's the plan that I was given and we're stuck with it. Unless you have a better idea, we'll just have to follow our instructions and hope for the best. She turns to face you. Get me into a building access terminal on this floor, and I can rewire the elevator. That's the first thing that we need to do. Once we're upstairs, we use the code I was given, I rewire Al-Shahir's security system, and we hide the cameras in his apartment. Her brow furrows. Well, that's the theory anyway. This gets better and better. Alright, team, move out. Alright, then let's go. I'm shocked that Stealth knew an Elvish dialect. Okay, there's a stress suit out here. You know what, let's talk to the stress suit and see what's up. I feel like there's something up with that. The well-dressed orc stops his pacing to stare at you as you approach. Heavy, worried lines etch his forehead, and his eyes are bloodshot. He looks like he hasn't slept in a month. Oh, okay. I don't want to be rude, but I'm a little busy right now. If this is about building maintenance, take it someplace else. James' cheeks flush red. He takes a step forward. Watch it. You don't get to talk down to me like a janitor? Yes, I do. Because that's what you are. If you want to keep wearing that uniform, you'd better watch the attitude. Ho 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 ho! This is gonna be good. Now, isn't there a floor that you should be cleaning or something? I've got a lot on my mind to worry about, important things. I don't want to be bothered. Hey man, relax. I'm sure that's all going to work itself out. With visible effort, he calms himself. Look, sorry. I'm not trying to be unpleasant, it's just that I have a huge presentation to give to the board in 20 minutes. I stayed up all night practicing it, and now I'm so tired that I can't even remember my own name. That's rough. He shakes his head miserably. I'm going to botch this, and the worst part is, most of those bastards will assume that it's because I'm an orc. They already make jokes behind my back. After this, it's gonna get a lot worse. That's tough, man. Best of luck. He scowls. So, can we get him an energy drink or something? That's what I'm wondering. Would there be something around here that we could use to help him? This is a medical facility, isn't it? Intriguing. Excuse me, hello. A well-groomed corporate couple stand in the corner, browsing racks of pamphlets about neural enhancement headwear. The woman's head turns at the sound of your approach. Upon seeing your uniform, her nose wrinkles. Oh, hello. Are we in your way? We wouldn't want to keep you from your work. Right. Her spray-tanned husband chimes in. Right. The last thing we'd want is to come between you people and whatever it is that you do. No, I'm just browsing. Are you two here to buy? Let's go with this. Is that dangerous? We should call security. No need to panic. Isn't dangerous or urgent. Say, what are you looking for? No need? Okay. You two continue your shopping. The woman behind the counter smiles at you, her cheeks dimpling. Good afternoon, and welcome to Augmentech, the boutique that makes a better you of you. Her voice is overflowing with forced cheerfulness. Idly, you wonder how many times she has given this exact speech every day. Tell me how I can help you today. In the market for cyberware? Then you've come to the right place. She gestures at the terminal in front of you. Please feel free to browse our catalog. We have a huge stock of performance-enhancing augmentations to make you into the person you've always dreamed of. Let's look at the catalog. Scanning over the tastefully designed catalog, you find that most Augmentech stock consists of overpriced cosmetic cyberware metabolic tweaks to help burn away cellulite, ruthenium polymer hair extensions, ultra expensive leonization treatments aimed at wealthy, not even trying that. Toward the back of the catalog, you find some more practical chrome, but nothing that a Shadowrunner would want. From designer replacement limbs to nephritic screens for alcoholics, Augmentech carries the very best in fashionable implants for the ultra-rich. The mental enhancement section is a little more promising, but you don't see anything that you couldn't already find in the Kresbazar. Okay, you're about to turn away when an ad on the last page grabs your attention. The newest iteration of the whatever system, complete with an integrated math SPU. As it's called, is bleeding edge commercial grade tech. Non-compete agreements prevent it from being sold at most stores, but you found one that carries it. Hey, the subware looks interesting. Mind if I take a look? She glances at the item on the screen. Looking at the whatever that is, NC plan? Good choice. Our regional supervisor has one, and it is amazing. Totally worth the price. And what is the price? Yours is only $250? That's actually really cheap. Not interested. I wonder if the dude over here would be interested in something like that. Or can we get him some coffee? Something. Didn't mean to bother you. Okay. I was wondering if that would help him. Alright. So, this is a lovely adventure we have going on right here. But I think we're going to have to stop it right now. So thank you all for watching. I've been JB Illusion. Please tune in next time when we continue this BS run for the Stockenwitter. How many of you in the comments think that this dwarf is actually the secret agent and boss of this team, and she's trying to see which one of these people is actually worthy of joining the Stockenwitter? That's what I believe. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please be excellent to each other and have a nice day. Peace!